I got bored and decided to go to the attic, and I found this thing. This is a Dell computer. I didn't even take a look at what this is exactly. This is a Dell Precision 340. Okay, thank you for telling me. Apparently it has a Pentium 4 Windows XP installed, but sticker says something else. Windows 2000 Professional. So is it Windows XP or Windows 2000? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Oh cool, it has DVI. Too bad I'm using VGA. Of course, we're gonna be using the Dell mouse, the Dell keyboard, and the Dell monitor. Alright, we'll explode. 3, 2, 1. The fan doesn't sound good. Also forgot to switch inputs. Performing automatic ID configuration. Dude, why does this sound bad? Stop making the noise. Hey. Primary master ID, secondary mastered CD-ROM, ton of date, set up, battery is low. What is it booting to? Windows XP. Okay, so it was not Windows 2000. Okay, my mouse is not working. Well, is it the keyboard? Nope, neither is the keyboard. Fuck. Ew, it's in French. It also seems really slow. How's the disk drive? It's slow, but I think it's normal. Alright, now it's telling me to press Ctrl-Delete. Okay. Nothing happened. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say maybe I need a PS2 keyboard and not a USB keyboard, because Windows has to install the drivers for these devices in order to get them working. Like PS2, which works straight out without any drivers and stuff. This rattling noise is still bothering me. Alright, that's it. I'm looking for the fan. Like, why is it rattling? Is it broken? Or is there a cable stuck on it? Actually, it might be the power supply. Uh-oh. That means I have to plug it. Oh. Alright, turns out it's the graphics card. Yeah, it was the graphics card. That's what made this sounds. Well, at least the BIOS isn't locked, but it fixed July 2022 because the battery is dead. Alright, time to take a look as to why the graphics card is making rattling noises. My best guess is that the fan is rattling inside. Actually, there might be dust under. Hold on. Oh yeah, there's definitely dust under. These screws are tiny. Well, good thing I have this. Yeah, no, who cares about the dust? This fan is definitely scratching for some reason, like it's wiggling around. Like, how did it get loose? I can't believe I'm already solving a problem halfway through figuring out the state of a computer. Alright, let's see if it fixed it. 3, 2, 1. I don't think I did. Well, this graphics card isn't going to live long, isn't it? You know what? I concluded that maybe the fan itself is a little broken because it jumps up and down, and that's why it's making those rattling noises. So let's just take a look at the BIOS first. Yeah, the date is obviously incorrect. Well, little did you know. What? How am I supposed to change it? Going up goes back to system time. Wait, is it me to turn off the primary drives? Anyways. Dell Precision workstation stuff. No boot drives. Alright, I forgot to plug power onto these things. Alright, plug the drives in, and now it doesn't want to do automatic ID stuff anymore. Okay, well, fine, let me do it myself. Alright, I got it wrong. Primary drive 1 does not exist, so let's do secondary drive and see what happens. Okay, what the fuck? I just flip it back into the floor, and now it's no longer making rattling noises. Okay, do what you want. Okay, whatever. At least it's properly cooling down now, alright? Unfortunately, keyboard and mouse isn't working, so usually they start working at some point, unless if Windows doesn't do any driver stuff before it's logged in, which means I have to use this PS2 keyboard that I have here. Okay, well, PS2 is not plug and play, and I can tell because the keyboard is not working, but so is the USB one. So, looks like I'll have to turn it off again. Okay, so I did the funny. I put the desktop upside down. Now the graphics card is completely silent. And it's stuck now. What the fuck? Come on, you can't just not work like that anymore. Uncorrectable memory error previously detected. Is this why it didn't boot earlier? Okay, looks like it's having memory issues now. Well, this thing is RD-RAM. Those are notorious for getting hot, so I wouldn't be surprised if that thing was already dying. Okay, now the mouse works. What about the keyboard? No, it's stopping at numlocks. What about the PS2 one? It absolutely works. Just not the USB one. Yeah, weirdly enough, the USB mouse works. It's almost like someone plugged this mouse at the exact USB port before. Oh crap, looks like it's meant to be logged in into a local network. Is this a work computer? What the fuck? It just blue screened. Dude, I just looked away for a second and it blue screened. Considering it cut off here, this is not a full French sentence. I'm gonna guess it's a memory issue again. Okay, so normally you press the power button, it turns off when it blue screens, but it doesn't. I have to press and hold it to shut it off. God. Does memory act funny when I have it upside down? Anyways, what to change here? Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to change something here. I was supposed to put in like safe mode. In French, they call it mode sans échec. It means no fail mode. Fail, now it's having USB issues. One last try. Right, it's slow. Alright, so the reason I'm booting to safe mode is because, well, for some reason, when you boot into safe mode on Windows XP, it enables the administrator account. So I'm going to see if the administrator account is password locked. And I think you type administrator in French. Oh, okay. I took the time to type only to realize it's not working. Oh wait, now my mouse suddenly stopped working. Oh wait, what? What? Oh, never mind, a blue screen. Well, let me try reseating the memory sticks and see if that changes anything. Yep, I am right. These are indeed RD-RAM. Those are notoriously bad. Also, hold on, 256 and 128. Does that make 768? Invalid configuration information. Please run setup program. How about no? Alright, let's see if it blue screens again. My guess is probably yes. Alright, Windows is starting up. No hardware acceleration. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Alright, can I log in as administrator? 3, 2, 1. Apparently, they don't take the time to add a password. Okay. Well, I was sort of expecting this. Is there even a password for this one? Nope. There is a password for this one. Yeah, I know this. This thing got off. Oh, now it works? Okay, now it works. Wait, is it because it's trying to connect to a different domain? Yeah, it seems like it has a password, though I don't know what the fuck the password is. So, I know there are tools to either edit or figure out the password on the Windows XP. That's how insecure Windows can be. But I don't think this thing supports USB boot, and I don't have a CD to boot it to it, unfortunately. I'm going to guess this was used as some sort of workstation, considering how this thing is set up. Like, I rarely see a computer where you're required to log in to the internet or local network. It looks like you can connect to multiple domains, so that means you can connect it through different type of networks. So like if you typing your name, your password, and then it just logs you in. Whoa, the hard drive is dusty. Yeah, I'm definitely vacuuming this thing. Alright, so what I did is I created a Hiren's boot CD. It makes it to a hard drive, so it's more like Hiren's boot hard drive. I was going to boot it to mini Windows XP, but that didn't work for some reason. But I found an option to change the password, which boots it to Linux, and then makes a registry Hive edit. I don't know how that works, but it works. So, well, at least according to it. So I have now removed the hard drive, We're now going to try to run the system with the original hard drive, hoping that the password has indeed changed. Man, can you just stop complaining about time? Alright, 3, 2, 1. It absolutely works! But it's running a safe mode. That's because the admin account is enabled, always enabled when it's in safe mode. So what I'm going to do is open this thing and then open computer manager. Wow, this thing is slow. Wait, I didn't know you could disable Rover. What? And now it doesn't bring you the option to enable it again. Really? Okay, go away. Well then, let's enable its services. Cannot start in safe mode. Oh no, I think it's permanently disabled. You gotta be kidding. And the mouse just straight up stopped working. Well anyways, I was going to say I can't change passwords either because of that same reason. You know what? Now I have a new guess. The computer was used as a school computer in a school until it started having issues. And so they asked to fix the problem and... Well, did they actually ask to fix the problem? Because I found that... And yeah, admin account's disabled, but... Wait, what if I go back to safe mode? What's full specs are these anyways? Okay, so... This sticker says a penny of 4 and the mouse stopped working. 760 megabyte of memory RAM. Yeah, I was right, I guess. I also got a 40 gig hard drive, an NVIDIA Quadro 4 with a broken fan, though it still works. Just need to figure out the password situation because apparently you can't do any of that in safe mode. Is this a security measure? An awful attempt at that? Is there a reason as to why the computer is that slow? Because I'm pretty sure it should be much faster than this. I'm going to guess is that it's because it's a school computer. That's why it's slow. School computers are notoriously slow. Either because they buy them low-end and stuff. Though this one to me seems to be high-end, considering the fact that this thing has like an NVIDIA Quadro 4. That's totally not low-end. New user account cannot be added to the administrator group because the user account doesn't exist. Like, wouldn't this be the stupidest error message I've ever seen? Like, I'm trying to create an account and you're telling me the account doesn't exist. Of course it does. Okay, so when it comes to resetting the password in here, you must have a password. You cannot leave it blank. Is it changing it? Is it I managed to change it? Hold. Did I manage to change that? Oh dear, this is gonna be a rabbit hole. What the fuck is TeamViewer doing here? Well, let's see if this works. A non-safe mode. I don't know why, but I started to smell metal. Dude, are you telling me this computer can lead poison me? Was this used in a lab? Oh wait, it might be one of the heat sinks that becomes too hot or something. It's probably the graphics card. 3, 2, 1. Oh right, I put a password. I was not allowed to put a blank password. Oh, now I have to type it again. 3, 2, 1. Yep, it works. So earlier you told me you cannot change password because one of the servers cannot run in safe mode. And then I managed to change the password in an entirely different way. It just made a beep sound, but what is this for? It doesn't even show me an error message. Alright, tell me, why did you beep? It looks like nothing's happening. Oh, never mind, it's actually logging in now. Wow. Yo, I got the Windows XP. Oh, wow. Wow. Play the sound. I have the speakers plugged in. Yeah, so if you don't play this... Really? Yeah, it's loading the desktop. Very, very slowly. Okay, no, seriously, how can school computers be this slow? Do they have like 1 or 2 antivirus installed? Well, I wouldn't mind uninstalling an antivirus. It's just oh, I think that's an antivirus. And the way this is laid out makes me think this used to be a school computer. Also, wow, Adobe Flash Player, the big 2026. Man, poor Flash Player, it doesn't know that it's been discontinued long ago. I looked at the hard drive indicator, it looks like it's barely doing anything. Is the hard drive like trying to be silent? Is this why it's slow? Yeah, fun fact, that's actually a setting in the Dell BIOS. Though again, I'm pretty sure it's because of an antivirus. Yeah, it sure is 2026. It's not midnight, however. The volume is muted. Oh, it works. Oh, wow. It's slow, like real slow. Well, at least audio works. It's Intel integrated audio sort. Since you didn't play the startup sound earlier, I'm gonna make you do it again. Well, just beat me, but it sounds a little tiny bit low pitched. What the fuck? What just happened? Did the hard drive make the sound? Or was it me? What the heck was that? Yeah, so there it is. Pentium 4, 2.8 gigs, 716 megs of RAM. There's a chance it's a Williamette, but it might also be a Northwood. I'm pretty sure it's a Williamette, considering the fact that this computer seems to be manufactured in mid-2002. 40 gig hard drive, a CD drive, a floppy diskette. CPU usage seems to be boring. Alright, let me go ahead and uninstall those antiviruses and see if it makes the computer faster. Bro, CCleaner. Who uses FileZilla? iTunes? NVIDIA drivers, because of course there's an NVIDIA Quadro in this thing. Wait, is this original Dell install? Probably not, considering the lack of Dell software on this thing. Is this the antivirus talking about? This is installed in 2011. Actually, I want to figure out what was the last time this computer was used. The last time the documented settings folder was touched was in November 2012. And this is the last account that seems to have been logged in. November 2012. Yeah, I'm going to say November 2012, the last time this computer was used. Because I mentioned lead poisoning, my lung is now scared. Oh wow, they have a very old version of VLC. Time remaining, 1,735 minutes. You need to restart the computer in order for the effects to take effect. I mean, in order for the uninstallation to take effect. Well, I hope it makes the computer faster, because wow, that thing is slow. Huh, ID drive view DMA is off. DMA is used to speed up ID speed, but when it's off, it's default. It's compatible, but it's slow. Auto power on is disabled, and yet it powers on anyways when I plug it in. Okay, so I was wrong. There doesn't seem to be a setting to make the hard drive quieter or faster. At least on this BIOS. This thing is the Intel ID controller driver, so that means this hard drive cannot be used on other systems unless they have the exact same chipset. But Ultra DMA Mode 5 is enabled. But we're still not done installing antiviruses. What? I was uninstalling software and they both closed on its own. Come on. What? Another one is already... What? It's uninstalling, but like, why did it close on its own? Huh, it's right. It is indeed uninstalling. It just randomly disappeared when I was browsing its contents. But it's still not gone from the taskbar. So how do I get rid of this? System management agent, and it's not even... It doesn't seem like it's uninstallable. Live update? Yes. Go away. Okay, cool. They're both uninstalled now. Now how do I uninstall this? I cannot even find it on the list. Well, at least none of them has the same icon as this. Does it even have its own uninstaller? This, which is pretty much empty, looks like a directory with DOS install. There's this, but who cares about this? I want to get rid of this. How do you get rid of this? Wait, I think this is PCA events. Let me terminate this and see what happens. And my mouse died. Oh, never mind. No, still here. Can I at least disable it? Where is it? Active service. This is probably some NVIDIA stuff. QuickTime, Sweet IM, Alitrus. What even is that? Oh, can I at least disable this service? It's disabled, but it hasn't gone away because I haven't stopped it. So let's go to services. there it is. It's supposed to be disabled, so let's stop it. Apparently it's difficult to disable it, but it's gone. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think the system is much faster now. Alright, does it load at lightning speed? Oh yeah, this seems to be loading much faster. If you're on Dell, and then you tip the password, enter. This seems much faster. Yeah, this is much faster now. Cool. We made a computer much faster. Almost. Well, the slowdown is probably due to the hard drive and the CPU maybe. But yeah, no, shut up. Go away. Can we change the resolution to the maximum this monitor can support? Or is this graphics card too incapable of that? Well, there's only one way to find out. And that is to see it for ourselves. By going to properties. Wow, it's still slow. Alright, it's a 1280-720. Basically half of this monitor. And yeah, we can. And my mouse just died. Yep, there we go. That's a high res. The full HD. Have you ever seen Windows XP with that? I did, because I read it on a VM before. Well, anyways, then we have Windows XP in 1080p. Apparently has iTunes installed, so let's miss it. It's not. Never mind. What the heck? I expected it to be installed considering there's an icon here, but it's not installed apparently. But what about QuickTime considering it's here? Why is it so low quality? What version is this? 7.6. And apparently it's from 2008. It should be fast, but it doesn't feel like it's fast. There's pinball at least. Let me change the settings because I don't like these settings. Like really? A and P? Okay, done. Is there browsing history on the Internet Explorer? Well, my guess is not on this account. Actually, I don't remember how to use Internet Explorer. Well, anyways, long story short, Windows XP PC, been used as a school PC, has a little bit of issues. I solved like all of them, I think. Like first, the graphics card fan was making noises. The solution is to basically use it upside down. Second, the RAM wasn't functioning properly. All I had to do was reseat it. Third, it was super slow. Turns out DMA was disabled, so I enabled it. And there was an antivirus, so I uninstalled it. And now it's almost faster. Why is Windows forcing me to have a password? I just want to get rid of it. Bro, really? I tried to enable the administrator account, and it says cannot enable account because it does not have a password. You need to add a password in order to enable the account. That's not exactly what it says, but that's what I'm guessing it wants me to do, is to add a password on it. Because I emptied it. Wait, can you actually just remove the password like that? No, it really wants me to have a password. Fortunately, that's a group policy that can be easily changed, but I don't feel like doing that. Wow, who the fuck slams the door like that? Unfortunately, it looks like I cannot enable automatic login, nor that I cannot enable the welcome screen. You know, the screen that you see when you turn on the computer, not this tiny thing that you usually see on older versions of Windows. Wow, this thing is set to never stop. Is it by default? It is. I'm not sure what else to do with this thing. Almost like I reinstall Windows, because this install of Windows is just kind of slow and fast at the same time. Would I even keep this? Because I already have a similar looking one. Here, take a look. It is right here. Just that this thing has a faster processor and a slightly better but broken graphics card. And also slightly higher memory capacity. But the hard drive is noisy. Yeah, I'll shut it down.